Hey everybody, Bean here. Welcome back to EarthBound Beginnings. Last time we arrived in Reindeer, which is the third town in the game. Now Reindeer's a funny little town. I say it's funny because there's nothing actually of consequence in Reindeer, other than that hat that we got in the train station last episode. Once you get that hat, you can in fact skip Reindeer entirely, if I'm not mistaken. So what the heck are we doing here? Why are we spending time here? Well, why else would we spend time here? There's tons and tons of NPCs here. And you know what they've got? That's right, charming dialogue. So we're gonna look at as much of it as we can. Oh my gosh, poor homeless. So we're going to start off by cruising around in the residential area. Funny thing about Reindeer, it's the largest town yet in terms of area, which makes it even funnier that there's actually just nothing at all of consequence here. Alright, great. Yeah, sure you're studying indoor architecture, buddy. That's why you're looking in windows. Not at all creepy. That's a good story. Why is this place in the game? I keep asking myself. And I think it's just to provide a kind of a stopgap. A safe haven on the way to the next two towns, which are Spokane and Snowman, which are two relatively dangerous places to be. And it's reasonable to want to just, hang out in a nice quiet town where there's nothing much to do after the, grind time we had in the factory last episode. Oh, you're gonna have to wait till the next game to get one of those, I'm afraid. You've talked to this guy already, but it's good to orient yourself around the landscape through familiar NPCs, I find. Here's the downtown. Tons and tons of buildings. Buildings galore, as far as the eye can see. Throwing shade on Spokane. Respect. Let's throw buy good medicine for good money. That guy actually gives you a hint at a money farming technique that you can exploit a little later, which I'll explain a little more about a little later in this video. Oh, this guy. Oh boy. That's a good song. Speak for yourself, game. I'll never forget that strange melody. Yeah, that's positive. Much like Podunk and Marysville, there's a department store, a hotel, a hospital, the usual. It all works pretty much the same throughout the game. Oh, sweet, free money. Yeah. $500, heck yeah. Now you're talking my language. Sure, it's dirty money, but it's also $500, so... More shade thrown. I didn't see nothing, officer. Yeah, no. Not gonna give up my $500 that easily, officer. I'm in it now. I'm all the way in the crime. The Dragon's Lullaby is referring to that sleeping dragon that we ran into back in Magicant. This person desperately wants something, but I don't want to give him anything. I'm just as greedy as them. Has city life changed me for the worse? Potentially. Crime is just rampant and reindeer. Officer, if you just move like 20 paces to the left, you'll find your perp who committed the grave crime of eating 5 roast beeps. Oh yeah, that guy gave us a cold. So, thing about colds, I might have mentioned this earlier, but, you know, it's worth reiterating. Unlike most statuses, where you get them through battle, colds are just given to you by talking to NPCs who happen to have colds. And the other annoying thing about colds is that there's only 2 ways of healing them. One, go to the doctor and pay an exorbitant fee. That was like $60. It's not that bad, actually, but you still have to go all the way to the doctor. That's a pain. There's another way, though. That's some familiar dialogue. The old forgotten man. Yeah, there's a second way to cure colds, and we'll be learning about that a little later in the video. I think that roughly sums it up for all the NPCs around reindeer. I might have missed 1 or 2, but I got enough. I'm also going to swing into the department store and pick up a laser beam for Stumpy. Now, this is not an equipable weapon, but it is in the vein of the bombs or the bottle rockets, so it's an item that can be used in battle. It has about the same effect as a PK beam would. I don't know anyone who has PK beam yet, so this is a pretty useful item to have this early in the game. Still throwing shade on Stumpy. Anyways, you may recall at the start of the video, someone told us about someone living in the mountains who has a secret to a long and healthy life. This isn't them. We're gonna keep going past this house and find them, and then we'll learn some valuable secrets. Now, around this area, it's roughly the same sort of enemies you run into in Marrysville. You know, little saucers, eagles, maniac trucks even. Roughly the same makeup of enemies. Oh, here we are at the home. Oh no, we can't understand the old man. Yeah, that's not understandable. Maybe if we read his mind, sure enough, we can find out that it's dentures that he needs. Where are we gonna find those dentures? I just don't know. Anyways, like I was explaining, roughly the same enemy group as Marrysville around here. So I'm gonna take this opportunity, once my repel ring wears off, to show off some of the enemies that I skipped or edited out from the Marrysville episodes. But yeah, having a repel ring handy, boy oh boy does it make navigating areas like this way more annoying. Or no, way less annoying. Because so many less random encounters, oh my gosh. Conveniently, the dentures are right under that sign, so let's bring them back. There it goes. And now we face 2 skunks. Oh, they're so cute. They got big old tails. And they're also not even kind of a threat to me at this point in the game. They were a little tougher back when I was in Marrysville and Stumpy was like level 1. But now they're kind of nothing. Nothing but a couple cuties. Alright, I've got what you were looking for, buddy. Oh, that secret, yes. Great. So, the other way to cure colds is through the mouthwash. He has filled our inventory up with mouthwash completely, which is generous but also annoying because now we can't pick up any more items. Now we can also now buy any additional mouthwash for $10 here. And now we can also buy mouthwash from department stores for much more, like $100-something. Here's another new enemy. He's a cougar. He looks terrifying. Anyway, since department stores charge so much more for mouthwash, if we want to, we can come here, stock up on mouthwash, buy $10, sell it at the department store for something like $70. And if we want to, we can just farm a whole bunch of money that way. I don't have the patience for that, so I'm not going to do it. But, you know, a little pro tip for you. Playing at home. Anyways, here's a fugitive and his rope. These enemies are on the kind of tougher side of things. They don't quite go down in one hit right now. And as you can see, that crit, you know, actually kind of does a bit of damage. And the rope as well is pretty agile, so he has a tendency to avoid a lot of my attacks. But that said, at this point in the game, they're not much bigger threat in Marysville than they are here. That pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.